that extra innings in the 10th. How proud are you of the way the guys were able to stack up the bases there?
Unbelievable. To obviously Frage is on second, to be able to Brian puts the ball in play, gets on first. Henry tries to get, we went for the bunt there. Didn't get it down, but stayed in the at-bat, and ended up getting a huge walk, and then for Izzy come through and drive that run in, and Betty come in the bottom half to close it off, and there's so many other things throughout that game that were really good.
Did that double steal come from the bench, or was that something that Adam saw?
Adam was on that, yeah. We, he's a baseball player and trust him in those moments, and he was ready to roll.
For Paul today, the Cubs gave him and Henry some trouble in the beginning. It was a 35-pitch third inning. Just what can you say about the way they managed that lineup?
Yeah, it's a tough lineup. They have a really good lineup, as we know, and they worked Paul pretty good there as far as running the pitch count up in the third. Even throughout, they fouling off pitches, and it's not like they're going up taking either. They're getting their swings off and just fouling balls off, working deep into the count, and they were able to drive his pitch count up. When you look at Paul, he comes out after 90-some pitches, but 0 runs, and when he's given us a chance to win like that, and then Carmen coming in for 6 and 7 did an unbelievable job first time out of the pen, and pieced it together from there.
What have you seen from Paul over the last 6 starts? It seems like he's kind of really been on a heater. I think his ERA is sub-1, and he's kind of just been consistent throughout the past 6 starts.
Yeah, just the way he is. I don't know if there's one thing that I could necessarily point to. Fastball has been electric. He's gone to the off-speed pretty well. He's thrown strikes. Today was the first time that his pitch count, I felt, got really elevated quickly, but that was a byproduct of them taking good at-bats and, finding ways to foul off some tough pitches and, again, gave us 5 innings, no runs, which is unbelievable.
Does it just kind of show just how good this bullpen can be?
Yeah, in different ways and find. Carmen coming in, shutting it down. Fergie going in the 8th. Santana picking him up. Santana going 1+ there, getting through the 9th. Allowed us to be able to save Bednar for the 10th. Just a lot of resiliency, and they're pitching really well.
Kind of touched on it a little bit, but Henry's walk there in the 10th, just what have you seen from, I guess, just his patience in that moment to be able to get on base and kind of
and that's and not getting the bunt down as a player, you feel that, and for him to stay in the moment, stay in the at bat, come up with a big walk, and then he had the at bat before, I think it was when he hit the double off the wall, crushed that one too. He's having good at bats and catching really well back there too.
What you think of Izzy's defense?
Oh my goodness, how about that play on the slow roller, and it's soaking wet, it rained the entire game, and for him to be able to come in and make a barehanded play like that, and then not to mention throwing the Cruzy, getting over there, getting that ball, the relay throw. I think sometimes I might have forgot about that, because it was, I don't know what inning it was, 5th inning, and just to those 2 guys that connect on that and a 1-hop strike to home, it was unbelievable.
Is that the type of play that can kind of like spark a team, not just an offense or a defense, but a team in general?
Yeah, energy, you could feel it when they threw, I think it was Happ out at home plate. You could feel the energy pick up a little bit after that.
Was that really a play that O'Neill and ICAF would have made a month ago? It seems like they both improved a lot over the course of the season to make that sort of play.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, we know O'Neill's arm strength, and, he's come in on a couple and missed the cutoff, and he got it to Izzy right there, and Izzy made a strong 1-hop throw to home, right on the money. Huge play for us, and they both, Izzy's been very consistent. Cruz continues to get better, and we've seen that. He made some plays out in the outfield today going to get the ball, and Cruzy came up with how about Henry's contact read, and Cruzy getting the ball in play there and scoring that run was great.
What kind of work goes into making a play like that? What kind of work has Cruz been doing?
The gap-to-gap running and the jumps is more during BP. The throws is just getting out there, before BP, making throws. Typically at home, we work on double cuts every once in a while, mostly in spring training a lot. We do that a lot, but during the season, every once in a while we'll do it. But it's just challenging yourself. It sounds mundane, but during catch play, when you're just going out there, don't just go out there just to get loose. Have some intent behind it, and they go out there and get after it.
It wasn't like his throw was, it sounded like he showed off his arm strength, and then it was like a nice 1-hopper, accurate throw right back.
Yeah.
Just thinking that.
Yeah, and keeping it down.
Yeah.
You know, he gave him a chance to handle it, and Izzy made a good play and threw a one-hop strike too.
I know you've been pretty steadfast thinking that Izzy's been one of the better defensive shortstops in the game. How nice is it that, it's not just the routine plays, the balls that he could get to and converting those. He has a couple plays where it's like, yeah, let's give the guy his flowers.
Yeah, no doubt. He works hard every day, goes out there, and like I said, there's been, I know 2 plays that he threw high to first base on balls that were, I think it was a 12% and a 14% play that, most guys aren't even getting to that ball, and he ends up getting there. It's a hit and an error, and he gets docked for it. And we've talked about it. He's the first one to, talk about keeping the ball down, and, he holds himself accountable and holds himself to a high standard. But there are a lot of guys that don't even get to that ball, and his jumps are amazing, and just the way that the feel that he has for the game, and he's played really well